Hey, what's going on, guys? Lotodrendel here. It's been a while since I've done a video in front of a camera. God, I can't think of the last time I actually did that. Damn, how long has it been? Well, anyway, so this video is gonna be a response to a dude who decided to be, in my opinion, he went full retard mode. Now, why do I say retard mode? Well, give me a second here. On Twitter, this so-called famous kickboxer decided to attack anime fans, lashing out at them, among saying other disparaging comments on Twitter. He pretty much, you could say, and I'm sorry for the shaky footage, guys, before I forget, I don't know if he was having a Twitter meltdown, but oh my freaking god, this guy is an absolute moron. And the reason I say that, and I'm not going to knock on him for what he does. According to his Twitter, light heavyweight kickboxing world champion. Toxically masculine. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so you guys are thinking, okay, Loto, get to the point. What are you talking about here? Okay, so he decided he was going to apparently lash out and move on. And he lashes out not only at anime fans, he also takes a stab at people who suffer from depression. Now, I'm going to read some tweets, and I'm also going to take some screenshots of these, so if you guys want to see them, you know, I'll try to post them somewhere, if need be, or if you guys want, I'll put his. And I'm sorry for being tongue-tied. You know, you guys can check out his Twitter. He still has this shit there, but quite honestly, this guy has either no sense or he's just a freaking moron. Now, let's go back to the first one that sparked everything. It was done 10 hours ago, so this was around 11:15 a.m. Central Time. Andrew Tate. If you are over 15 and like cartoons, you are a loser. Anime, Dragon Ball Z, etc. No excuse. Plus, any woman loses respect for you. Grow up. Well, that's pretty pathetic. You know what? I'm gonna go. And then there are some people. Mika Burton had done this guy literally has no brains. I don't think. He retweeted and showed a screenshot of a tweet by another Twitter user who said, and it's a female. You dropped the F-bomb. Guess I gotta lose all respect for myself then. And Andrew Tate's like, I'm sure you did that years ago. You got a bleeping snake drawing tattooed on your chest, my dude. That another Twitter user says to him. The stork thinks snakes only exist in cartoons. No, but they are used in cartoons as well, Andrew Tate. Grow up. Then he retweets some inappropriate pictures that were from anime, and it seems it's also hentai. Now, here we go. Another one. Female cosplay equals girl isn't hot enough to attract male attention on Instagram, therefore dresses geek to solicit attention from beta dorks. And then another one. I said depression wasn't real and cartoons are shit. A lot of the same people are triggered, therefore depressed losers love cartoons. You just became a hypocrite with that tweet. Go ride a bike, take a walk, skip the fantasy bullshit. Maybe you'll be happier. It just gets to the point where, it's just bad. Specifically anime, South Park was funny, Simpsons is shit, but popular, whatever, anime is for losers. And then he put up a picture. Sonic says, if your profile picture is from an anime, your opinion doesn't count. Wow. And then there's a thing, Watch Mojo has top 10 anime villains, and he's one of them. That's actually pretty funny. Anime is for losers was my statement, and people are proving me wrong time and again. I think, honestly, he's being very disingenuous with that. And now he's getting, and then he got a threat from a Twitter user. Well, kind of a threat. Shove my foot so far up your arse, it'll come out your mouth. That was idiotic. Pretty idiotic. And then, I think you guys can figure out, the anime community has nothing to disprove their loser status. Weird sexual messages and sassy, effeminate insults. Oddballs. Depression isn't real. You feel sad, you move on. You will always be depressed if your life is depressing. Change it. Thread. You see, that's pathetic right there. That one, the depression isn't real one, was made back in September 7th, but still, I gotta touch base on that as well, because he takes a stab at anime fans and cartoon lovers. He takes a stab at those who suffer from depression. Now I'm gonna put it like this. Those are two subjects. One of them is a very sensitive subject, in my opinion, because I know people that suffer from depression. I knew someone who committed suicide because of that. And that sucked when I found the news about it. So, you know what? I'm actually going to make a response to him to this guy. And I'm going to say this to Andrew Tate. With you lashing out at anime fans, calling them losers, shit, and all that, I got a question for you. Who gave you the right to judge? Who gave you the right to pass judgment down on them? On anime fans, on female cosplayers, on those who suffer depression. Who are you to have the right to judge them? You're a kickboxer, light heavyweight kickboxing world champion. Big frickin' whoop. That doesn't give you the right to play God. You are not the only one who can judge anybody, sir, is the good Lord upstairs. And I'm not a religious person by any stretch of the imagination. I don't read the Bible like I used to do back when I was younger. I don't go to church like I used to go. But even I know when someone steps over the line. And you, Andrew Tate, Cobra Tate, have stepped over the line. Everybody has a right to choose what they like, whether you like it or not. Just like people can choose to dislike something, whether you like it or not. If person A chooses to enjoy cartoons because, hey, they enjoy the entertainment, guess what? They're going to watch it and enjoy it, whether you approve of it or not. You are just one mole. If a female otaku, anime lover, cartoon person, chooses that they want to dress up as this character just because they want to, they're going to do it, whether you like it or not. You see, the Sonic thing that you put right here, if your profile picture is from an anime, your opinion doesn't count. Well, I got a better one for you, Tate. Your opinion, you are entitled to it. But you are not God. You do not have the right to judge people. Period. Again, I say period. The reason I say that is because you are one person. And I'm sure there are others that don't like anime. There'll be others that don't like the cartoons. Let me ask you a question, though, Tate. What about your friends? Did they ever watch the cartoons when they were younger? Do they still watch cartoons or anime for the nostalgia? Do you know people who do cosplay just because they enjoy it? Do you ever think of that? That they go to these conventions to cosplay, to support the characters that they cosplay as? I've gone to multiple conventions. The one convention I wish I could have gone to, which I didn't, was Dragon Con in Atlanta, Georgia. After finding out a few things, I'm not going to go. Point is, people have a right and privilege to do, not really a privilege, they have the right to do whatever they want as long as it is within the boundaries of law and it hurts nobody. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, just like you are entitled to yours when it comes to you. So you don't like cartoons, you don't like anime. Okay, cool, understandable. Good job for you. But that doesn't give you the right to just shit down people's throats. Then you go as far as to attack people that suffer depression. And you say depression isn't real? Yes, depression is fucking real. And I'm sorry for my cussing there. But it is real. I don't... And honestly, some people... For Neverworld, another YouTuber, went to think that this is just a grab at attention. And it may just be your way of trying to get attention. And here's the honest... That's the funny thing. There were animes that were more popular than you. And you named off, you named off some anime and cartoons. Simpsons, South Park, Dragon Ball Z. Okay, I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z. I didn't really like The Simpsons. I didn't really like South Park. Now, I understood what people liked about Simpsons. I understood what people liked about South Park. But you don't see me calling them losers. Honestly, people could say you're a loser. You know why? Because you think you got the gall. You think for some messed up reason that you can judge people at the drop of a hat. You don't. And that's the thing. And that's what bothers me, is that you have the temerity, the gall to say all this stupid, baseless shit. Why? Why? I can only imagine what goes on in that deluded head of yours. Because quite honestly, you don't know shit about people. You don't know what it's like to go through depression. Apparently you've never dealt with anybody that deals with depression. And if you have dealt with someone that has dealt with depression, then you're a flipping moron. Hate to say it, but the truth hurts. Depression has been real. Always has been. I had friends. And I know individuals who are your age and older. Actually, you are not that much older than I am. I know people that are older than you who struggle with depression. That are in their 50s, in their 60s, who struggle with freaking depression. Now, do they wish they could just get rid of their depression at the drop of a hat? I'm sure they wish they could, but there are things that people go through, you piece of garbage, that you would never understand. Because unless you've been through it, you won't understand it. You know absolutely nothing about humanity, apparently, if you go as far as to do this shit. Let's think of you say cartoons are shit. So I'm gonna name some cartoons from all the way from back in the day. Bugs Bunny. So Bugs, Daffy, Elmer Fudd, Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo was a very popular one back in the 60s, 70s, even going on and on into the 80s, 90s, and I'm sure even into the 2000s. They did a spin-off, a pup named Scooby-Doo when I was a child. I remember that. Then you spit on anime. One Piece. Fairy Tail, which has been kind of garbage lately. Dragon Ball Z. Yu-Gi-Oh! Naruto. And there's a list can go on and on of anime that are popular. There are adults who like it. Why? Because they enjoy the content that is in the anime. Not because it's fantasy bullshit. Do you have an inkling of thought in that brain of yours? Because quite honestly, it doesn't really sound like you got any brain power. Because if you did, you would think outside the box. You'd think outside your narrow blinders. But you won't. Because judging from those tweets, from the tweets that you yourself put, and they are on your Twitter page, I'm going to be taking screenshots of those and showing that it's off your Twitter. And so even if you delete them, the evidence is still going to be there. You are shallow. You're narrow-minded. You're judgmental. And you're very insensitive. And completely disingenuous to go with it. Why you decided to go on this little bitch tirade of yours? Why you decided to lash out at those that enjoy cartoons and anime? Why you decided to lash out at those who suffer depression and female cosplayers? I don't think anyone in those communities will ever know why you chose to do it. For an Everworld thought, maybe it's just your way of trying to grab attention. And it might just be you trying at an attention grab. An attention-hungry whore. Damn. That would actually hurt. And this is coming from a guy who doesn't watch cartoons anymore. Hardly ever watches anime. And I say hardly because I can't think of an anime that I haven't already watched back when I was growing up. And a lot of the new stuff now, I'm not freaking interested in. I got my life to deal with. I take care of myself pretty freaking well. Sometimes I'll go to some anime sites and I'll watch some of the old stuff that I grew up on. Yes, Dragon Ball Z, Gundam, Mobile Suit Gundam, multiple series of that. Ronin Warriors. I can't even, the list, I can't even think of the freaking list of stuff that I have watched that I grew up on. But for you, Tate, to say all the things you've said, you want a loser. Why don't you look at yourself in the mirror? You may have your millions and millions of dollars, but I think people would rather enjoy what they have and have this working over the millions and millions of dollars. I'm sure they would like to have those millions and millions. Me especially. But if I had to choose between this or this, I think this is more important. Because you definitely don't have one. Because if you did, you'd think about the other side of the spectrum. You'd look at it from the other side of the fence. You apparently did not. Now, for the people that sent him threats, and I'm sure there was others that he didn't show, you guys just, for those people, what the hell were you thinking? I mean, honestly. By the one Twitter user threatened to shove his foot so far up Tate's arse. And that's direct quote. That just made that person no better than Tate. That sounded like a hardcore fanboy or maybe even a troll. I really hope it's a troll, because if it's not that and that's what the person really thought, then God have mercy on that person's soul. If there is a God. Which I personally believe that there is. There are some that question it. Now back to my point. Tate, you have no right to judge anybody. Nobody has the right to judge others. Not you, not people that I have bashed on personally, not people that I've bashed on from my channel. You have no grounds. You have no power. Yes, you have the right to an opinion. I will respect that. But when you decide to start labeling people, that makes you that very label. So I'm gonna end this off, guys. Like I said, I'll leave some stuff if I have to in the description box down below, or I'll try to. Or you know what, if you guys want to check out the tweets, go ahead. I'll put the Twitter in the description box below. I will say this for those who see this video: don't attack them, because honestly, that's not going to make the situation any better. I'm going to leave this video on with one message. Tate, you play with fire, you get burned. You don't have the right to call anyone losers, because that just makes, in a sense, you yourself the loser for having the stupidity to do it yourself. You shot yourself in the foot. I'm sure you don't give two flying shits. And guess what? Neither do I, because I'm the one that would say this to you. You want a loser? Why don't you take a look at yourself in the mirror? Take your millions and millions of dollars, take your world title belt, turn that sumbitch sideways, and stick it straight up your butt. Because quite honestly, you ain't got half the brains that God could give a turkey. Otherwise, you would have thought before you opened your mouth. So that's it, guys. If you guys enjoyed this, feel free to hit the like button, feel free to subscribe for more, and as always, thanks for watching. And Tate, screw you.